Go.
I mean, compared to the other trips, there were probably a lot more like cultural experiences on this one than the rest. The training was super good to the other ones too. We had a lot more like training days and training sessions compared to every other trip I've been on.
How are the partners that you had?
They were pretty good. There was a lot of different partners you could have, like all different weights and from different countries too. It was good.
How do you like your free time?
That was good. We had a lot of free time to pretty much like go wherever we wanted to. In Amsterdam too, we've a little bit of free time to walk around places.
Beautiful. Would you come back?
Yeah, I'd come back again many times.
I had a great experience in the Netherlands. It's better than all the other trips I've been on. We got to do a lot more activities, more sightseeing in only about a week and a half. We also had a lot of free time to go around and get souvenirs and all that stuff. We had a lot of great partners that we usually don't get to see, especially in America.
What's it like training with the foreign guys?
I like it a lot better than the Americans.
Do they give you a different look?
Yes, a very different look. We're all relaxed, not stiff.
Can you take some of that back with you and train like that in the U.S.?
Yes, a lot.
Okay, so this is like my first time overseas, and by far this is like the best trip I've ever been on. I've been to Virginia and stuff, but this one was with many other people and not just teammates from Legends of Gold. It's from like all around Colorado, Nevada, and places like that.
So what do you think about training with people from all over the U.S.?
It's fun.
Getting to know them that's pretty cool.
Like you get to meet them like we did like at the IDA right away. Like got to make a bond like we did there.
Do you think you learn better like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you do this again?
Yes.
So it was my first time going overseas. I thought it was a great experience for me. It was overall a great experience and a good way to go and a good route for people looking to pursue different ways and different styles of wrestling.
Do you think this will help your folk style career?
I think in some ways it will. In some way, it will definitely help me get tougher. It's help me get mentality that way. Yes, but skill-wise, I don't think so because it's two completely different styles, and they have no idea what folk style is to them.
Sure. What do you think this will do for your Greco skills?
I feel like it will definitely help me improve skill base, learn new moves. Great coaches, great world coaches know what they're doing from all over the world.
Awesome.
Okay, so first time overseas, definitely one of my favorite trips ever. And I enjoyed the wrestling a lot. I enjoyed the food, the culture, all the people that I got to meet. It was definitely probably one of the craziest things ever, farthest away from home I've ever been.
Furthest home from you've ever been?
Yeah.
Nice. What do you think the partners will help you improve on in your skills moving forward?
I think a lot of the skills that help me out will help my Greco career in the future. I think I had tough partners. Those all helped me get better as I went along.
Nice. Do you think this will help you train in the future?
Oh, for sure. This is probably one of the most humbling experiences I've ever had.
Awesome.
This was the first time I was overseas, and overall I thought it was a really good trip. I liked the free time that we got and the wrestling and getting time to bond with some of the foreigners and try to understand what they're saying. 3/4 of the time it's pretty hard to understand, but I would definitely do it again for training-wise and for just meeting people in general.
What do you think the lack of communication between you and your partners? Do you think that makes it better to train or harder?
It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit harder just because you don't know what they're saying 3/4 of the time, and you have to really think about what they're saying and hear it multiple times. And it's also good learning that because then you get to learn some more about their culture and the way their languages are and stuff like that.
It's my first time overseas, got a good experience, lots of partners, really good partners.
What would you take from this trip going home? How will this help your training?
Just use what I've learned in Greco, like if I'm down, some points, short time left, and folk style I can always use some throws.
Nice, nice. What do you think about the partners here? How can they help your training going home?
Well, these great partners, they'll help you get better.
What do you think about the free time here and the culture here? Is it different from back home?
It's a lot different, but I like it. Everything's so packed tight together.
It's not like Iowa with large open spaces.
This was my first time experiencing overseas. It was great meeting different training partners, different lifestyles. Never had an experience like this maybe ever again in my life. And wrestlers that are one with the sport, not just multicultural in the sport, really teaches you the extras that you need to know in each different style of sport. I can't say that I'm a Greco guy, but I can tell you I got a heck of a lot better at Greco coming over here.
Good. What? How do you think this will help you in your career in college moving forward?
Oh, the hand fighting skills and also my underhook skills have really transitioned. Getting into clinches and stuff like that, I'll be way more comfortable in that position. And underhook throw-bys and stuff like that are big college moves, so that'll really help.
So, do you think moving forward, do you think this is something that you want to pursue as far as international competition?
I believe so, and in wrestling never stops for me. I mean, get done with the college season, I got a whole summer to work on stuff like that. So the sport of wrestling always is moving and always is learning, and I just want to be a part of that journey and help me move and learn.
All right, this was my first trip overseas, and I thought that it was a really cool, eye-opening experience. Meeting all these new wrestlers and wrestling overseas, because it's just so much different than the United States.
So, is it different when you train, or is it different how they live? What do you mean?
Well, I feel like it's all just a little different because it's such a different feel once you get your hands on these foreign wrestlers. And, they only wrestle Greco, so they're not used to touching legs. And, you bring on the Americans over there, and it's just so much different because the styles are so much different. And it's really cool to get your hands on guys that wrestle like that.
Okay, so how do you think that will help your high school career moving forward?
Well, I feel like it'll make me just a lot more comfortable going upper body and knowing that I have the advantage on these guys, because just coming overseas and wrestling these guys has made me a lot more confident, because knowing that I can beat them makes it a lot easier to go home and go upper body with folk style wrestlers.
This was my first time overseas experience, and a lot of the stuff that I did with the guys from foreign countries were a lot more different. I got to see what their styles of wrestling was, what they preferred them to do, whether it was an underhook or a 2-on-1, and it was just a nice experience to see how they communicate with each other on the mat and off the mat.
Right, so you got the opportunity. So the guy you wrestled in the finals was one of your main training partners. What do you think that did for you?
I think it made me better and also made him better, because me learning some of his moves and how to defend it helped him learn how to hand fight and keep with the guy and keep him on him, and it just makes us both better.
Do you think that moving forward you would want to do this in the future?
Absolutely. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that if it's on the table, I'll take it, because you don't get this chance very often.
This is my first time overseas. Great experience. We got to do a lot of new cool stuff instead of just wrestle the whole time like a normal trip would be. Like, we went to an amusement park, came here, we're going to go on a boat ride down over the river. It's going to be really cool.
What do you think about experiencing this with your family? Was it pretty cool?
Yeah, it was definitely really cool. We got to do a bunch of things together and have a great time.
So moving forward, how do you think this is going to help your folk style career?
I think it will be great, especially with the underhooks, because you can get to a lot of leg attacks off it, front head snaps and stuff like that.
Awesome. Thank
This was my first time overseas. It was all around great experience. Got to meet a lot of new people and try their new foods and all that.
Okay, what do you think this is going to do for your wrestling career moving forward?
It's going to make me more of a confident wrestler, better wrestler, and helps me use my hips more.
What would you tell somebody that's never gone and done this before? How would you convince them to come back?
Most kids don't be able to do this. It's only like one-time thing in your life, and It's fun.
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
So meeting all these new people and doing all these new things is fun.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite part?
Definitely traveling with the LOG kids is a blast. Crazy people out here too. Especially when we move against bikes. Bikes are crazy out here.
You gotta watch out for the bikes.
Oh yeah.
All right, thanks, man.